I am not sure what's going on. I'm trying to fix it. I am so sorry. I also have reverb or echo right now. Give me a second. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. Let me go ahead and try and fix it real quickly. I think I know what the issue is. Hopefully, I know what the issue is. If not, then I don't know what to do. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry if I can't figure this shit out because it's a great video, and I don't know if any of you guys, if all of you guys have seen it or not, but it's a wonderful video, and everyone worked so hard to put it together, and it's so sweet. So I'm hoping I can get it to work. If not, maybe I'll try and launch it from the web. This is coming from my media player, and I think my media player might not be working. So I might have to go specifically from the web browser to show it to you guys. But it's a great video, and I really, really want you guys to see it because it is so precious. And one of our members, the other half of the Thick and Spooky Ghouls podcast, is also someone that benefited from the Toys for Tots Foundation. So like hearing her story always like just triggers something in my heart that just cries because it's amazing to see, like, to have someone there that was a receiver and now to watch them give back to the same charity that gave them their childhood Christmas is everything. So let me go ahead and see if I can pull it up from the URL, and hopefully I can like show it to you guys because I don't know why I downloaded it to my desktop to think it was going to make it easier, had it play on my media player, but maybe the media player is the issue. I don't know. It worked, I thought. I guess not. I'm so sorry. I fail. Yes. Hold on. I'm trying. I'm having a hard time navigating. I'm all of a sudden nervous. I was ready and prepared, and then I wasn't. I just can't believe that things aren't working out. But hey, it wouldn't be the streaming life if, we don't have our little hiccups. But yeah, if you guys haven't noticed, we're at $953.88 for, for raising money for the charity. And sorry, guys, I'm literally just trying to find this video. Please hold. Please hold. I'm going to try and show it. Please let me show it. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I'm hoping it works. If not, then I'm just going to post. That's not. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Go away. No. Don't look at it. Don't look at anything, you guys. Why isn't it finding it? Oh, lordy. Well, I'm losing right now. I'm losing the battle of trying to show something. I am, ugh, you guys, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm going to go ahead and post the link over here. Wait, can I post this link? Wino? Permission to post link here, if that's fine. Hopefully. I'm going to just go ahead and post the link here. It's a great video, and I really wish that I could watch it with you guys because I don't know what's going on, but my anxiety is peaked, and I am nervous, and I shouldn't be nervous. But yeah, so today we are raising money for the Toys for Tots Foundation, and we've got the other half of the Thick and Spooky Ghouls just waiting on the other side. Donations! Thank you! Thank you for that donation. I don't I don't know where that came from. It's not popping up. It's not populating for me. So let me go ahead and pull in the other half of the Thick and Spooky Ghouls so we can start talking about our amazing topics. I'm nervous, I'm excited, and I'm really stressed out that my link didn't work. Hi, Mojo. Yeah. All right. Who was that is when people donate. When people donate, the Grinch shows up on our screen. And so we're now at 968. So someone donated $10. Oh, it was $15. So thank you for that donation. We really, really appreciate you guys. All right. Let's go and show off this beautiful lady named Miso Thorny, who is the other half of the Thick and Spooky Ghouls podcast. And of course, please hold while I work it out here. I'm struggling. Did I get it? There we go. All right, and then let me unmute and undeafen. There we go. There's my beautiful waifu. Oh my god. See, we crop each other in the very beginning to prepare for this shit, and every single time it just doesn't stay cropped. So let me go ahead and fix her up for you guys. The struggles of the struggles of streaming far away from each other and trying to find it to work. It's yeah. How dare you? How dare you? All right.
How dare you be in beautiful sunny country and me be in rainy cold country?
I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. There we go.
So you can see my stupid wall. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh no, that's too far. Sorry, baby.
You're all right. No stress.
Yeah, we crop this before stream. We always try and do this, and for some reason we just don't end up winning. Oh my god. The donation link is actually !C donate if you wanted to go ahead and donate. And for some reason I'm not getting the
Jonathan.
donation amounts. What did Jonathan do? What did Jonathan do?
75.
What? No.
75 macaroni.
No.
sweetie.
No. No. Jonathan. What? Jonathan.
Sweet fucker.
You sweet. Oh my god. No. That. What is happening? All right. Thanks, Jonathan. You're amazing. Thank you for providing a good Christmas for the children. Holy crap, we're just getting started. We haven't even started our topics.
Smiley.
Oh my god.
Smiley.
Smiley. Oh god. Okay, hold on. I need to probably pull up the Tiltify link because it is not working on my layout.
Popping
And
up on our end through your thing, though, at least.
yeah, it's not. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
at least there's that.
because it's not showing me the amounts people are donating, and I'm getting some anxiety from it. So hold on, you
I'll let
guys.
you know if it doesn't pop up as well.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The music's working, but it's just the text that's not working, and I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, Smiley, thank you for that $10 donation. Epic for that $10 donation. 75, Jonathan, for the Daku. You're so sweet. All right, so
Mad lad.
I'm gonna go. Oh, I forgot to show you guys my outfit. Do you guys want to see it? I don't think it's worth it. It's fine.
Stop it. Shut up. Show it off.
All right, I'll be right back, waifu. All right, so
Fucking dress.
welcome in, everybody. My name is Daku. I'm a variety streamer / the other half of the Thick and Spooky Ghouls podcast. And today I decided to dress up for the charity event. It's a very special occasion. I feel like it deserves, dress up because, why not? Charities, people get dressed up, right? And so, yeah, I decided to dress up for the stream and treat it like a, oh my, oh dear. And, go ahead and dress up for the charity like, them fancy people do. And we're raising so much money for the kids. We've already hit 1,000. Holy shit.
crazy.
Oh my god. We've already surpassed last year, and so that means a lot. Rawr! And thank you for that follow, Elena. Elena. I said it right. All right. Let's go ahead and get started here. All right. So we are the Thick and Spooky Ghouls. We are a paranormal podcast. This is going to be episode 3, and we decided to be kind of festive. Mine's not really festive, but kind of festive, and Miso's
green
is
red.
very
You
much.
look very festive.
But I'm really excited to talk about my topic, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So basically, you're just gonna watch me talk about a topic. And Sean, thank you for that $5 donation. You guys, I'm so sad because the beginning of the video you couldn't hear John, and John said some really sweet things to open up our video. So I did post
No
that
worries, I'll
link.
play it.
Oh yeah, it's pinned. If you guys want to watch it and see what like a few of the members of the Black Collar Collective have to say about like how excited we are to be a part of the Black Collar Collective and how excited we are to do charities. We do 3 charities a year. We've got AIM Youth Mental Health during the springtime. In December, we always care about the boobas. And on Christmas time is where we try and make sure that we can offer a good Christmas. A good Christmas for some less fortunate children. It's really, really amazing. You ready for that boop? 3, 2, 1. Boop. Did you boop? Hopefully you did. If you didn't, then shame on you. All right. Octavius, how's it going? Wino, you did great. I'm sorry that there was tech issues,
Okay.
but clearly you saw how I started my stream. I'm just a hot mess everywhere. Hot mess. I can't even show a video. It's a mess.
They said that I'm a little bit low. I don't know if you want to try to.
I can fix
turn
that.
up or-
That-
didn't
that
want
I-
to scroll away from you.
Nope, I get it. I get
That
it.
is booming, which I love.
All right, let me turn you up. Tell me if she's too loud. Let me know, you guys.
Hi. Hello. How is everyone? Hi, hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi.
Hopefully that's
Hi,
good.
hi, hi.
Yeah. Boom, she's back. All right. So I turned her up. Hopefully you guys can hear her better. It's very important that you hear her since, we're going to do some talking, and this whole podcast works
chit-chat.
where I lean back, talk about it, and we react and talk about the topic. So, my topic goes all the way back home. If you guys didn't know, Narique, doesn't she look fantastic? You guys look at that corset. And oh, just give us a peek of your makeup. Her eye makeup is stunning.
I
Look
wish
at
my
this.
glasses didn't.
Look how beautiful. Oh my god. Red and green glitter.
Sparkly.
Oh my god.
We got fake.
All right, so let's get started. All right, so basically, I'm going to take us all the way back home for me. For those of you guys that don't know me, I actually grew up in the Philippines, and yeah, I was there. I moved there when I was a baby, and that's where I grew up. And then I moved to the United States when I was in junior high. I was I'm not very good at the learning of the English. I didn't really start learning or speaking English comfortably, or not even comfortably. I did a terrible job, but until around 8 years old. So Tagalog is actually my first language and not English. And so in the Philippines, if you guys don't know, we have some crazy fucking cryptids and crazy fucking stories. It is absolutely insane. And oh, we've got another 25 dono from
Oh my
Trey
goodness.
Dozer. Oh my god. Thank you,
Trey.
thank you, thank you, Trey.
Baguette's note said, "Don't tell me what to do." I love you, Baguette. Love you so much.
All right, so thank you. So we wanted to dress up and look good for the stream and raise money for some children. So I'm going to take you guys back to the Philippines. And have you guys heard of Elf in the Shelf? Or these little magical creatures called Santa's Little Helpers? But have you ever heard about Duendes? So, what is a duende? Oh, why is Trey's message deleted? Oh, it's the link. It's the link. Okay, okay, okay.
Oh, it's just an auto. Okay. I was like, excuse me.
I'm like, wait, what? What happened to
Excuse
Trey's
me.
message? You know that cryptid that is the vampire spine girl is crazy. Oh, the manananggal. That's actually my topic for February. It's my
Really?
favorite. It's my
Really?
favorite. So if you're talking about aswang or manananggal, my favorite is the manananggal, and I'm excited to talk about that. But that's my topic for my birthday in February. So, um,
Birthday.
link out no dono from Trey Dozer. What? Okay. I'm sure they're moderating and doing what they need to do. All right. So oh, I lost my notes because of that. All right, there we go. So let's go travel to my homeland in Southeast Asia, the Philippines, back to the time that my family and friends and Nanny had some different stories about these small little magical creatures called the duende. There are a lot of there's a lot of mentions of duendes or different forms of duendes from Rome, Greece, Spain, and so much more. And I believe it was brought to the Philippines by the Spanish. I'm pretty sure because there's a lot of similarity to the Spanish's duendes stories to the Philippines duende stories. So it could be when they colonized the Philippines
Right.
that
Yeah.
we took some of their lore. So, and it has different names and different things in those different areas. But today I want to focus on what I grew up with and what I was told and what I was afraid of when I was in the Philippines. So we're going to focus on the duendes of the Philippines. So, what exactly is a duende? A duende, translated into English, actually means dwarf, not elf. I know, but Santa's Little Helper, Elf in the Shelf. I tried. Okay, I tried to tie in this part of my culture into Christmas. It's not really Christmassy, but it's fine. The duendes are actually from the Fey realm. So they're from the Fey realm. So you've got like the aliens, you've got the ghost paranormals, and then you've got the Fey realm. So they actually come from Fey folklore. And they're small, like they're really tiny creatures. I think they can be from like something really, really tall, but nothing bigger than the size of your hand, actually. They're not very large. And
Little
so,
tiny.
mm-hmm. And they're small magical creatures and they've got large heads. Most of them have beards. Most of them have beards, and they are often a lot of people in the Philippines actually often mistake that they live in mounds of soil, ant hills, and termite nests, but actually, they live underground. And the reason people often mistake that they live in anthills and all that stuff is because they use those as ways to get out from underground. But they're actually underground dwellers, is what they're from. Not from the anthills. They don't come from that.
Right.
That's just a way to go in and out from the surface to the underground levels. Aww, another donation. I need to pull up my donations link in a different window. Okay. Oh, it doesn't affect you. Okay, thank God. I thought it was going to affect you. Thank you for that donation, Vulgar. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Oh my God, where was I? Thank you. Oh my God, we're at 1200. No, we're not. We're at 1084. I was like, for a second there, I'm like, wait, 1200 is the goal though. All right. So there are small creatures with very large head. Most of them have beards. They have large noses, and some often are said to have one eye. Okay, so even though they're very small creatures, do not underestimate them. They uh they are actually extremely powerful creatures, and
Right.
um with power, you know, they can do some stuff. So in the Philippines, as a child, let me just follow my notes here because I'm like ahead of myself and I need to back the fuck up and get caught up,
I'm
you know?
good.
Okay, they're also creatures of, okay, so yeah, they basically they may be small, but they're very, very powerful, and they're very much feared in the Philippines. They are often creatures that you must respect because even though they're small and powerful, they do give their power can give you good fortune. They can give you health. They can make they can hold on, I lost my notes. God damn it. I need to like highlight where I'm talking here. Please hold. Yeah, so they can bring you good health, good fortune, and they can also make farmers' crops bountiful. A lot of farmers like actually make deals with them and feed them just so that it would bless their crops so that they can make money from their crops and all that stuff. And on top of them being able to do good things for you. Oh, succubus, $50.
Oh my goodness.
You guys, that's a lot. I should have had incentive today. I just wanted to focus
Succubus, you're
on
amazing.
storing. Yeah, she's fantastic.
Why are you so amazing?
Oh, I'm not crying today, you guys. It's not happening. I've already cried when Vega sang his soul to
I'm like,
me. His soul, like,
yes,
oh my
yes.
God. And then the
Oh my God, I wasn't
videos,
ready. I'm trying
it's
to put
been
on
too
makeup.
much.
I'm like, uh, I had
Same.
to keep like going back, like, fucking bitch. So rude. Your beautiful
So,
fucking voice.
so even though they can give you all these gifts, you should respect the duende because they have the power to hex you. They can make you extremely ill. They can make you have a really, really bad day. They can make you have bad luck. They can curse you, and some can even kill you.
That's
Don't piss them
very
off. Oh, yeah.
Fey like.
Yeah.
Very Fey like.
But on top of them being little creatures that, live underground and visit people's homes, they are also creatures of mischief.
What
They
does
like to
that
do
mean?
naughty things, kind of like Elf in the Shelf sometimes does naughty things. Duendes enjoy a little mischief every once in a while. So if you ever think that you put something away in a specific place and you remember doing it and you swear up and down you did it, maybe the duende decided to hide it from you. They like to borrow people's things. They like to steal people's things just to mess with you. They get bored. They're powerful. They're little. So, they sometimes wreak a little bit of chaos. Just a little bit. So, but they'll eventually give you your items back, but you might get the items sooner if you're in good terms with the duende, or if you simply ask politely, they might just give it back to you.
Interesting. Is there any like I don't know if you saw anything like this, but I know with like fairies and stuff, if you like gave them like milk, like saucers of milk and stuff to appease them, they would be like nicer to you. Is that can you like appease them with offerings?
Yes, you can. Actually,
Oh,
I'll tell you a story that one of my friends went through in dealing with a duende. So we actually have a story of someone I knew that encountered one. Yeah, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So they're creatures of mischief, and they like to take things from you, to borrow them from you, and if you ask them nicely, if you're in good terms with them, they'll give it back to you. All you have to do is ask, but be polite. All right? It's very, very important. Respect and politeness is very important with a duende. Let me go ahead and pass the mischief. All right, in the Philippines, the duende are often referred to as the spirits of the field, spirits of the hills, or spirits of the ground. And when I grew up, I was often told about duendes by my nannies, by my classmates, by people. People, they were actually something that was very, very commonly talked about. And
Right.
a lot of people talk about encounters and all that jazz. And so yeah, it was off. Yeah, they're very much talked about, and it's also and you're also taught to avoid them. Especially since I grew up from a
Right.
religious background, you're taught to avoid them. Some people, they don't teach them to avoid them; they just teach them how to interact with them properly. So yeah, and so growing up, I was often told about the duendes and was always taught to avoid them, coming from the more religious side of it all. And if I ever encountered one, I had to make sure that I paid my respects. Unfortunately, maybe fortunately, I myself never got to have an encounter with a duende. You know, whatever. They don't like me. I'm not popular enough. They don't like me. It's fine. It's fine. They never choose me. I know how John
They
feels
didn't
now.
bless me with their mischief, you
I know.
know.
I know how John
They didn't
feels about not being on
terrorize
the list.
me.
Yeah, they just I was just not their creature of choice. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not hurt. I'm not bitter about it in any way, shape, or form. Not at all. It's fine. Anyways, so growing up, many children are taught by their elders to make sure that they pay respects to duendes. Children are often taught to excuse themselves when approaching a duende's dwelling place. So if they know that a duende appears there or lives there, to always be um respectful. So every time you pass a place that could possibly be a dwelling for the duende, they tell you to say tabi tabi po, tabi tabi po. Tabi tabi po means excuse me, or tabi tabi means side. So tabi tabi to, move to the side, but it's actually a polite way of saying excuse me. So
Excuse me, yeah.
when you're approaching an ant hill or anything like that, you're often taught to say tabi tabi po, so they're aware that you're trying to pass, you're showing a respect, and you don't accidentally step on them and piss them off. You know, just be respectful and be aware. You don't want to deal with one in general. So
Right.
and for some homeowners, they will leave food for their duendes to show respects and to keep their resident duende happy. Happy duende, happy home, and very much a blessed home. So, here's something interesting about duendes. A little bit creepy, but interesting. When a duende fancies a lady, they will leave her flowers as a form of courting. And
Oh
they'll
my.
yeah, if they fancy a lady, they'll if you see gifts on rocks of just like flowers, or flowers on your bed, flowers on your pillow, flowers anywhere near where you visit, it could be a duende trying to, court you.
Court.
Yeah.
Little courting.
If the duende manage to succeed in catching the interest of their chosen mate, that, my lady, will fall asleep. And once she falls asleep, the duende approaches and takes her spirit from her body, and
Oh
she
Jesus.
joins the spirit realm with the duende,
Oh fuck. Okay.
leaving behind their human bodies.
Oh, oh. That took a turn. That's very romantic.
Yeah, romantic indeed. They took you to their
Okay.
magical plane.
Oh shit.
All right. So, that's something interesting, but also cute but creepy.
Do I get to become a duende and be mischievous? Because maybe
Duende
I'm more
are
into that.
duende specifically are elder male creatures specifically, kind of like
Of course.
specifically kind of like succubi is specifically female and ink. So it's yeah,
But
duende
yeah.
specifically means elderly man or is often described as an
Okay.
elderly man. So it's usually a male that's there. So,
That makes sense. Okay.
you want to know something else? There are
Mm.
actually
Always.
different types of duende. There are green duendes, red duendes,
Green.
black duendes, and white duendes. But the most
Okay.
commonly talked about and feared is actually the white and black duende. The white duendes are considered um friendly entities. Usually, like if there was a god, they would be like an angel from the gods, etc.
Right.
And so, yeah, so the white duende are friendly. They won't harm humans unless they get disrespected. And they're happy. They're very, very happy. And so, if you treat them really, really well, they're the type of creature that blesses you, but they're also, often talked about. But the white duende are kind and good spirits, sometimes referred to as disciples of God. If treated
Okay.
well and shown respect, they will bless your house. That's if they like you enough to show themselves to you. If they like you and you play your cards right, they may even heal you from a very bad illness. They can even sometimes teach you magical spells.
Interesting. So they're almost like angelic, I guess, with
Mm-hmm.
the possible curing and things.
They
Very interesting.
also, if they're in very good terms with you and they like you and they teach you spells, they will also provide you an amulet of power.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
damn. All right.
So, you must respect and value the white duende. They are the best duende. All right? So,
I don't want them to
then
like me too much because then they'll steal my soul, and I
in
don't know about that.
in contrast to the white duende, um they talk about the black duende just as often as they talk about the white duende. So, okay, so some people say that the black duende are usually dressed in torn black garments and that they emit a very strong, unpleasant smell and that they serve the devil. By unpleasant, it's usually the smell of brimstone, fire,
Sulfur,
sulfur,
yeah.
that
They
kind of
stinky.
thing. Yeah. So I'm not sure if I know that they actually dress in torn up clothes, but I do know that they were the ones that I was told to avoid because they are evil and dangerous. But on top of that, they are also very, very, very powerful. And they are considered one of the most evil types of duendes. So be careful when you make a deal with them. Usually, people that make a deal with them are, vengeful women that are heartbroken by, and they like so, like most of the time you'll avoid it, but if you're emotional, it
Right.
it 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 will appear and be like, huh, I wonder if I can take advantage of this or not. I wonder
Like,
if I
hey,
can
I hear
get
you're
you.
real
Want to
mad.
make a
Yeah.
deal? Yeah, And so yeah, that they're very very evil. Like people often recommend you don't work with them, but they often get people that are emotional at that moment in time.
Right. Vulnerable at the moment.
Yeah, vulnerable. You know.
They're like, ooh, I smell weakness. Ooh.
Okay, and here you go. You thought the black duende was bad. Let me tell you guys about the
Oh no.
red duende. The
Oh
red
boy.
duende are considered evil spirits. They are dishonest and untrustworthy. Never, ever make a deal with them because they never keep their word. Or they'll make a deal and make you think something, but the way they word it is technically a trap. Unlike the black duende, which you can deal with if like unlike black duende, which you could make a deal with if you're cautious and dots your i's and cross your t's, but don't even consider make a deal with a red duende. Just avoid them at all costs because
They're
they
just,
will
yeah.
no, they will. You're not smarter than the red duende. Never assume you're smarter than the red duende because you would be wrong. You would
They
be
probably
very,
love
very
when
wrong.
people do, though, because then they can take
Oh,
advantage of them easily.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh, yeah. The ones that think they're
Hubris.
smart, you know.
People's hubris, yeah.
Yeah, isn't my sister gorgeous? Yeah, she's a lovely
Yeah, she
lady.
is.
Yeah. So, let me tell you guys about the green duende now. Green duende are kind, but very hard to communicate with. They love children and will communicate with children. If you want to speak or make a deal with a green duende, you would you would basically have a chance to speak with one if you bring a child with you. But
Right.
be careful when you do this because if the duende gets attached to that child, they may just take them to the
No.
spirit realm. So, if you want to make a deal with a green duende, you can bring a child, but be prepared that that child might never come back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, I guess maybe that'd probably be why you're bringing the kid. You're like, oh, let me just. There you go, and I'll take my deal. Thank you.
Right?
We're trying to save the children tonight. Well, we're trying to give them gifts, not give them as a gift. Don't do that.
But why would anyone even consider doing something so risky, right? Well, the thing with the green duende is they can foresee the future.
Ooh.
You could get the winning numbers to the lotto. You know, they will give you, you know, they will offer you lots of treasures in exchange for a child sacrifice.
Right. Oh, Jesus.
You know. So, you know,
Valuable souls.
if you wanted to know the lotto numbers, you know, and make a deal with a duende, bring a child, but be
All right,
prepared.
little Timmy. Here's your family.
And so those are the four types of duende. You've got the white, the black, the red, and the green.
I definitely think I'd rather be around the green, even if they like children souls. That
So,
sounded wrong, but you get it.
right? So, how are we looking on time, by the way?
We are at 12:37, so we have a smidgen still.
How
We
much
have
longer do I have until I raid to you? I think I raid to you at
12:45, I
nine.
think.
Yeah, so I've got like 15 minutes,
9:12.
right?
So yeah, I always
Okay,
forget
okay.
we're on.
I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping it up. All right. All right. So,
Don't
anyways,
don't rush yourself. Feel good.
as I have mentioned before, I have never ever experienced a duende, but my mother mentioned that she had, and so did my grandmother. And I'm
Okay.
really sad to say that I never got to record their stories. My grandmother is turning 94 this year. Her birthday's on December 25th. And
Aw.
she has a hard time remembering things or people now. So it's at that point. So I never got to, I didn't even think of doing a podcast when she was telling me about it. So I never like took
Right.
notes. But I wish I did because it would have been nice to hear some of her stories. And I would have loved to hear my mom's stories, but I can't anymore. But that's okay. That's okay. All right. So, even though I never got to hear my grandma and my mother's stories with their encounters with the duende, I did have a friend. I went to school when I was in Baguio City. Baguio City is up in the mountains of the Philippines, one of the coldest areas to live in the Philippines.
Okay.
It's also where the Ita lives, which is a specific native tribe that still lives in the Philippines and thrives in the middle of this
Okay.
Baguio City. So that's where they're from. So
That's
Baguio City.
impressive.
So I went to school in Baguio City when I was in 6th grade, and I made a friend, and yeah, we hung out, and I knew her when she had an encounter with a duende.
Oh.
So here's the story. This is what I could remember. And the thing with memory is you take information, but your brain only holds on to parts of that information. And if you don't revisit it, it kind of like
Yeah. Spotty.
your brain has to like put all of those things together and put them in a sense that makes sense. So I remembered this as best as I can and wrote it, and it's a little more story like than what I remember. So there yeah. But anyways, so me and my friend often hung out on our lunch breaks and leave campus and go to a park nearby to eat lunch, because we would have like an hour lunch, and it would be
Mhm.
we can either eat our lunches at school or we can choose to go to the park and all that stuff. So I hung out with her every day. She was my best friend, and yeah, every once in a while we would go and leave campus and go to the park and hang out at the park. So anyways, one day she didn't show up for school, and she isn't the type to miss school. Like the entire time I knew her, she would not miss school unless she was really, really sick. So I figured, okay, maybe she was sick or something came up. Okay, that's fine. But then the next day came on and she still wasn't at school. So for me, I'm just like, okay, where's my bestie? I'm hanging out with the boys and I just want to be with my girlies. So
Right.
on my lunch break, I decided to go and walk to her house because her house was a block and a half away from the school. So I decided to go and visit her house on my like during the lunch session so I can see how she's doing and see why she hasn't been at school and all that stuff. So, on my lunch break, I walked over to her house to check in on her. And so in the Philippines, we don't have doorbells and we actually have a lot of gates in front of the houses. Like some houses have gates. And so for
Right.
you to get somebody, you have to like be like, "Hello, anybody home?" And so you would have to like yell at the top of your lungs to try and get the attention of the people inside the house. And
Right.
that's just how it is, right? And so I went to her house and you know, greeted her through the gate and yeah, when I yelled when I yelled out to her to the gate, she came out. And when she came out, she had a handkerchief covering her nose and mouth, right? And so and so with her me seeing that, I basically was all like, "Are you okay? Are you sick? What's going on?"
Right.
Well, when she took off the handkerchief, her face had blisters and cuts all over her nose, right around
Ooh.
here, her lips, it was all over her face. And so after she uncovered her face and I asked her what what
Like, what the
happened,
hell? Yeah.
And so she mentioned that she didn't really know, but she remembered something about a few days ago. So a few days ago, she actually decided to have lunch with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend walked to the park that we usually walk to. So she mentioned that she was spending time with him talking, and she wasn't really paying attention to where she was going, and
Mhm.
she ended up tripping on a mound of dirt.
Oh no.
Didn't think twice about it. She was distracted by her current one true love.
Mhm. Yeah.
She was distracted by the boy. And so,
Boy.
they spent some time together and they made out a couple times and, it was just them kissing. It's not in the Philippines making out's not. It's very subtle
Right.
pecks, shared kisses, etc. And so, apparently like they were holding hands, they kissed, they ate their lunch and then they went back to school. Well, the next day, she woke up and her face had broken out. Her lips, her nose, her face was broken out. And so that's why she missed school. So
Right.
after we talked about what happened prior, both of us basically decided, I'm like, ooh, you might have pissed a duende off.
Yes.
And so we had a conversation and then she said, okay, if that's the case, I need to do something to make it right. So my lunch was ending and so I went back to school and I told her I'd visit her the next day.
Right.
So after that, I went to school, went home. The next day on my lunch break, I went to her house because she still wasn't at school. So the next day, when I visited her, she was talking about how she was planning to go and walk over to the park and, you know, apologize to the duende that she had offended. And
Right.
so she mentioned that, and I'm like, okay. So we hung out on our lunch break. She told me her plan, and then after that, I went back to school. So the weekend passed, and not more than like less than a week. I'm not joking. Less than a week, she's back at school. So like 3 or 4 days passed, and then she was back at school. And when she came back to school, nothing, nothing, absolutely nothing. No blisters, no cuts, no nothing. Like her face
Right,
was,
and it had only been a few days.
yeah, her face was clean. That's why I'm like, it's important to mention the timeline because
Right, because it's such
it
a
was all over and it was
yeah.
extreme and then it wasn't there. And this is why I truly believe in Dwendes, is because of that.
Right.
And so she mentioned that she went to the mound and visited and she offered them a bar of chocolate. And she mentioned that the next day she actually got better. Then the
That
weekend
is
passed and then she came
fucking
back to
crazy.
school. So,
Yeah, I'd
many,
be
many.
drinking chocolate there every day. Every
That's if
day.
they choose to show themselves to you in the first place. Okay, you have to be blessed to see them. So many, many generations have taught their young to always be careful in dealing with the duendes. They must be respected. They must be respected. And if you offend them, please, please, please to immediately apologize. And that is the story of the Filipino duende.
They remind me so much. It's crazy, like over different cultures, how similar some of the tales can be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're very fey and gnome like.
Yeah.
You know, a little. Actually, I don't really know a deep lore on all the fays. There's a bunch of different fays, but like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so that's the duende. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, when I did, like, when I decided to get with Miso and I'm like, I want to do a podcast. I basically wanted to make sure that I was like, I'm gonna talk about my favorite lore growing up, the things that I grew up with, because it's crazy, like the lore that we have in the Philippines, and I love them. And my favorite cryptid of all the cryptids is from the Philippines. Nothing can top the Manananggal for me at all. Oh my god. Wait, I missed so much in the chat. I'm so sorry, you guys, but we're actually, it's
We're
raid time, right?
podcasting it up, baby.
I know, it's
Yeah.
raid time. Holy crap,
No
it's raid time.
stress, though, but
Oh my god, I don't want to take too much of your time. All right,
you
you
can have
guys.
like four more minutes if you need it.
Are you running your ad right now?
Yeah, but say, well, I set it for 3 minutes. Oh, and Wino's helping me. But say, because I started my stream already, and I was gonna do the ads, so no pre-rolls or anything. But I'll
Thank
start
you,
it
Ann
now if you
Venture,
want
for that
to
follow.
do some stuff and things for
All
the end
right.
of yours, my
Of
beautiful
course.
waifu.
All right, white chocolate will fix anything. No, chocolate will fix everything for sure. And then, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll talk more on her stream, and I hope you guys enjoyed the Duendes, and I hope it wasn't too short and it wasn't too boring. We didn't have long today, so I'm happy that it wasn't. In the Philippines, it's really hard to research anything because resources are very, very limited. Thank you for that follow, and welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let's go ahead and get this raid actually set up for the lovely Miso Thorny. We actually have a, hold on. Is it
And
the
you did
pod?
amazing. That was really, I really love that.
All right, so we've got the pod raid right over here. Go ahead and copy the pod raid. Thank you for everyone that hung out during my stream. Thank you for all those amazing donations. I will see you guys really, really soon while we take this party over to the lovely Miso Thorny. Again, my name is Dakubara. I hope you guys enjoyed my segment. I'm going to go ahead and take this over to my wafu, but I'm going to make sure that I copy and paste your name and not guesstimate the typing because I don't want to raid to an empty room. So all the S's. So it's MESSOTHORNYE. Did I do it right? Let me see if that's the right one. Ah, there we go. Okay, I spelled your name right, baby. I did. Out of memory. That's how much I love you. All right, I'll see you in your channel real soon. I love you guys. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys soon. All right, here we go. So we'll be back in Miso's channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe Miso can show the video since I couldn't fucking do it. And I hope you guys watch it. All right, let's go ahead and take it over there. Love y'all. I appreciate you. Let's go to the second part of the Thick and Spooky Ghouls.